Hello and welcome, as today is Crypto Day, the 13th day of March. And it's a Tuesday. Welcome. Every day is Crypto Day. My name is Derek. Like always, everything within your own risk and own reward. Voxels, 1,570 Satoshi. When we look at this on the daily chart, price action after its highs at the end of the year, making it up to over 5,000. Falling down to a little over 1,000. Major support, multiple hits in the 2,500 level. When it finally gave in on February the 1st, it encountered two small legs. Well, a leg lower, twice hit 1,700, and then again at 1,549. So that's one leg lower. And then another one down to about the 1,120. After the fall, after the third week of February, for the final week, it just stayed sideways. Markets can correct either through price or through time, and that's a case of it correcting through time, the band catching up to it. And then on March the 1st, it had a rally coming up to about almost 1,900. The exact number was 1,890. Price action came back to the 18 average of highs, stayed there for a couple days, and then fell back to the 18 lows. The 18 lows area basically it did find support at the last week of February's level of resistance. Obvious to note that the band had flattened out, and in today's session, it is having an attempt at this previous level. This is all news related. And there's going to be a lot of volatility within this. I'm surprised the volume isn't that big right now. We're going to see it interestingly on the short term, but it's good to note the volume here, and there's only about 4 or 5 hours left till the end of the day, compared to the volume which occurred in March. And this is just, to me, everyday run-of-the-mill volume. But when we take a look at this on a 1-hour time frame, decent size volume coming in on the 1 hour here. 2 decent sized green candles. It's retracing short term, 5-minute time frame. You leave this band, huge move, come back to the band, up to this area. But we can see on the short term, when it has this big move up, it really corrects within the area of around here, which is what it came down to. So there's a case of supporting resistance, also supporting the exact same level, which was the rising 18. And is it doing so again because it had this move up to here? I have to look at this on the 1 minute. This is just crazy, some of these moves that are occurring. We got this big volume in here, which is either going to indicate a significant top, which will not be seen for many, many minutes again, or will basically have a decline. Or it's a start of yet another leg higher, and you'd have to see, or you'd usually always see, the breakout of the 18 average and breaking resistance on higher volume. But yeah, this is the Voxels chart. Is it going to go big? Well, maybe, but they're rebranding this. That's the news. Bittrex. Bittrex supports the Voxelis VOX rebranding to Revolution VR, code RVR. On Thursday, March the 15th, 2018, that will be on Crypto Day, at 3 p.m. Pacific, that translate to 6 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, Bittrex will begin the process of supporting the VOX rebrand to RVR. In order to make this change, they will need to take the VOX markets off for at least an hour. If they encounter unexpected technical challenges, the markets will remain offline until the issues are addressed. During this remaining process, all orders, pending deposits, and withdrawals will be canceled. All VOX assets will be shown as RVR once the change is complete. And customers should be aware that this type of action causes a price rediscovery event, which may lead to a price adjustment. Customers should take this timing into consideration for any VOX-related transactions and any orders, pending deposits, and withdrawals that you had in progress on March the 15th. That will be this Thursday coming up, or in a couple of days, 50 hours or so from this point of the recording. So then, price rediscovery, you shall say. I don't know what the capabilities of volatility within this market would come in at. I mean, this thing was way up here at one point. I have been able to make some amazing trades within this, even despite the down market. It has been really, really fun for me. Thus, I'm doing well on it. And I don't know what will happen when the new change, if it will stay as easy for me to basically gain tokens by buying low, selling high. But this thing could go pretty wild. I think one easy way of putting it is I've seen many cryptos do 10, 100, 200x gains like it's nothing. So therefore, this thing could very easily do a 10, 100, 200x gain, or even a 10, 100, 200x loss as well. It's most likely going to have very volatile movements as it comes in. So there's a lot of day trading opportunities if you're one that likes to look at the shorter term time frames, like the 10-minute, 1-minute, 5-minute, and even for that matter, playing amongst the hourly time frame. There could be some very interesting moves that could occur, or that should occur over the next 2 days, and even as we move into the weekend. Okay, so that will be it for this particular video. VOX, of course, changing its code name, and it's a new, so either it's good or it's bad. Fundamentally speaking, I have no idea. I just did a quick search for voxels, search by date added for today only, and this is video game, and I have no idea what these gray things are, but I don't think it's this particular cryptocurrency. So I don't know if this is a good coin coming, if this is a rebrand that's going to be amazing or not. When you're playing with codes that are such small price levels, like anything, definitely anything under 10,000 Satoshi for sure, then especially when you see that the price has been majorly down compared to where it's been, and it's majorly down from this 4,000 level, and it's majorly down from this point in here. And as I stated before, there was something interesting that went on with this volume in here. And yeah, that's what makes it really, really interesting. Did they know something in advance? Because once this news came out, and we see this again on, say, like the 10-minute time frame, this thing just started roaring up to the upside. So again, I got a bunch of these. I'm happy to have them with pretty much almost no risk involved, meaning I haven't profit taken everything from what I started with. I've been able to make some amazing trades, but I've got a lot of a very little risk in what I have. I've only got a few $100s worth, albeit, but still, this thing has major potential for high risk and high reward. I wish I could tell you, oh, there's this, or a chance of a big up move is this percent versus that of a big down move. I really can't tell you any of that type of stuff. I just realized that a lot of these cryptos can have spectacular up and down moves, like we have seen this one over this entire history. And like all of them. Oh, so here's a spot where you go from like 500 Satoshi up to like 3,000 and change. Back down to 500 again. Back up to 3,500. Back down to 1,000. And then up to 47. And with good up and down moves along the way a couple times, it goes from 5,000 down to 500. Back up, this time, few chances to sell at 5,000, and well, back down to 1,100. So a lot of good up and down movements. And as I've talked about the buy low, sell high, you just know that a lot of cryptos are going to follow these very similar patterns, and having spectacular moves that go up really, really fast is so doable in this game. So it wouldn't surprise me if I see sometime, say in the middle of April, that this thing could be way up here, or we could be talking about all-time lows. Either way, we'll see. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.